Hey, it's Chris here. Welcome to Fernglade farm. Just going to have a look at the house water system today. And you can see every edge of the roof line has a gutter which collects the water, and that water then gets piped into PVC pipes and they go down into the ground. We'll go and see where they turn out from there. Those PVC pipes then dump any collected water into the two tanks here, and these are the two main house tanks. And the water goes through a stainless steel mesh that sits on top of the tanks, and one half of the house goes into one tank, the other half of the house goes into the other tank. And those tanks, if they ever overflow, you can see there's an overflow pipe here just below the inlet mesh. And why they're just there is because if the water backed up inside the tank, it would actually overflow out of the inlet mesh. That's never a good thing because it'll destabilize the tank. And you can see the other sides of the tank also include another overflow. It's very necessary because occasionally you can get 100 mils of rain in a couple of hours, even sometimes in an hour, and that can translate to about 30,000 litres of water. That's quite a lot of water for the tanks to have to deal with. And at the base of the tank is a pump. This is quite a high volume pump, and it activates when it knows that there's pressure loss in the line, and it's covered by a galvanised steel pump cover. And in addition to that, I also have a steel fire shield, which is actually on its side because the weld's actually broke on it in the high winds recently, so I'm going to have to repair that. You can see them off on a funny angle at the base there. And that usually sits in front of the steel galvanised pump cover. It just keeps the temperature down on the pump. The pump has a thermal cutout, so if it gets too hot, say like in a bushfire, it'll cut out. And you can see right around the pump too, there are rock toppings. The dogs put the size of all this into some perspective, and those rock toppings are a fire break. Now those two overflows, they actually flow into the overflow tank down below, and we'll go and have a look at that. You can see the pipes actually feed into another inlet mesh at the top of that tank. This overflow tank is a truly massive tank, and when it is full, which it is at the moment, it overflows on the side here, goes underground, and discharges into the swale, where all that water is collected into the groundwater, which is the best place for it. But actually, if it runs over the ground, it will actually cause erosion. Over summer, it can sometimes be necessary to draw down on this overflow storage tank, and I've got a constant pressure pump. This pump will pump about 7,000 litres an hour, which is quite a lot of water, and it runs in a permanent line that goes into the ground, and we'll show you where it comes out up top. The pipe from that high volume pump actually exits just up near the main house tanks. You can see it coming out of the ground here. When necessary, I just attach a hose to that, a 1-inch hose, and then that feeds into the main house tanks, which are just here.